The table looks full, but for a while, I had nothing in here. Like, when I launched my shop, I launched with this cute Yuri box that looks like a butter dish, like a retro one. And also with this sunny tray, which I love. But this was like the product that made me want to have a shop. And because of this, because how much I like this, I felt stuck. I couldn't design anything else because I was trying to design a new product that would like me this much. And I didn't know what to do. Oops. I'm gonna give you the best tip that I can give you as a designer, as a creative. And that is that whenever you feel stuck, just go offline, touch a book. Forget about Pinterest, forget about social media, just get design and art books, or even like nature books or vintage pictures. Forget about the current moment, forget about what is trending, and look in the past to connect again. That's what's been saving me from quitting my new era, which is owning a design shop. Okay, that was a bit dramatic. It's just that social media is great, Pinterest is great, like I love them. They get you so inspired, you get to connect with people, to discover new people, and to learn a lot from there. But the more the algorithms are showing you new stuff, the more you are getting dumber. It's not that you are getting dumber, but it's more like they're doing the work for you, they're making the connections for you, so you're using your brain less. You got like this instant dopamine rush, like, oh my god, this is all amazing, and then you try to do it and you have no idea, or you maybe are not that crafty, or you don't have the skills yet. If you don't put on the effort, then you are most likely not getting to achieve the results. And that is so frustrating. Something else that is extremely frustrating is that whenever you see all these images, you see that those people, they have a style, and maybe you don't. Like, finding your style is hard. And if you keep influencing yourself with what the algorithm is telling you, you might never find it. Because, I mean, eventually you will, but the problem is that algorithms are very much dictated by what's trending, because, you know, like if something is trending, people are looking more into it and they spend more time on their platform, and that's good for them, as in ad revenue and all that. So finding your style when you keep seeing all these trends is super hard, because you're like, I like this and I like the other thing, but you know, who am I as a creative, as a designer? Like, what's my style? And that is what's keeping me stuck for years. So I'm gonna show you the book that helped me design again, which ironically I got because I asked ChatGPT what was the style of my butter dish Yuri box. And it said that it reminded him of Memphis. And I was like, yeah, I remember Memphis from a design book that I have. I love them, you know, but that was it. I didn't do any further investigation on them. So I got the book. It's heavy. I haven't only gotten through like a third of it. I haven't reached the part where he founded Memphis yet. But, you know, like getting to see how someone that you admire got there is so inspiring. So I'm just gonna show you my prototype's progress. Yeah, well, remember this vase? I was a bit tired of the scallops, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not doing that. But I made a tutorial. I was super stuck, and I just felt like, well, maybe we could do a plant pot. This is like an easy project. And it was. It took me like 4 attempts to get the right dimensions, but I got a nice plant pot. I was meant to paint like by hand, and this is when my doodling era got started. So I just went all in with acrylic markers, kind of like doodling over my designs to have some fun, to add a little bit of like handmade to the machine made that is 3D printing. So I had fun with that. But the problem is that they are not permanent. you know, like if I scratch it, it's gonna go away. So I did the sanding, I did the priming, I hated it. I never got to paint over this. And I was like, well, I don't even want to do scallops anymore. So I started working on something else, on a shelf. The first one failed. I don't know what happened here, but machine stopped printing. So I just doodled over it because I was still in that phase, but trying to get out of it. So then I just like prototype a few more, ignore the shape. Like, it's not meant to be this shape, but I was so creatively stuck here that I was like, let's just design something. Doesn't need to be aesthetic, just, you know, let's design a shelf. And once I know how to make a shelf, we'll get into the aesthetics, which I didn't, because I just felt like it was too overwhelming. And then I made this frame, which, yeah, is quite similar to the flower frog. But the challenge here was that I added magnets, so it's a functional frame. Thanks to doing this, I also got to design these. These are candle holders that are based on Barcelona's panot, which is this tile that dresses Barcelona's floor. It's very iconic and I really like it. So thanks to this and thanks to that, thanks to the scallops, I got to design a new collection that is not that fancy, but it's something that I think would work well for markets, because, well, that's something else that I want to do at some point. I want to do markets. And since I was designing candle holders, I just designed this. It reminds me of the tulip ice cream cups, you know? And I was like, okay, we are getting there. This is more fancy. This is more like reinventing the classics, you know? And I loved it. And thanks to doing that, I just felt like, okay, what if I do something completely different? And I did this, like a coral candle holder. It doesn't look like coral, it looks more like flames, but it's very cute. And I went straight into the vintage thing. So I wanted to make it like a nice texture. Somehow I wanted to resemble icing cake, but you know, like that, without being that literal. I don't know, I just thought it was nice. And since I was with the icing concept, I thought about making it a little bit more literal, but not too much, because that would be falling in a trend that started years ago, and I don't like designing things that are trendy. I want to do something a bit more like timeless. So I made, yesterday, actually last night, I finished printing this. It looks like something you could eat. It's like a red velvet cake, but it's not that literal, you know? So I think I'm back on track. I see something cohesive, you know, ignore the colors. I see a direction here. I even think if I improve this, also ignore the color. If I improve this, I could have something nice going on in there. So it's a good start. And this is just like a jar that I was meant to use for my flower frog, but it ended up just being my poop jar, which at some point I'm gonna recycle all of this wasted material into something nice, something colorful, a little bit like terrazzo. I think it's gonna be like a fun experiment that I will get to do hopefully this month, but I already have enough going on here and I really just wanted to show you the progress. So let's switch cameras. So I started with the base because it was spring and it was just like a natural evolution of what I was doing, you know. And thanks to those experiments and those, let's say, failed attempts and like wrong directions, I managed to design things that were more like me, that were more like my brand. And I'm just so excited about it. Like, these are not like the final ones, you know, but there's a direction and there's a vision, and I'm just so excited that everything is kind of like getting in the right place. And that's because I started doing. Instead of just dreaming, I took action and I'm finding my style, I'm finding my voice, and it's all coming together. We're gonna end the video now. See you next week or the other one in a long video. As in shorts and that, I'm gonna keep posting weekly because, you know, right now I'm focusing on prototypes and more like the visual part of this. And despite how much I love sharing process with you, it's slowing me down, and I don't think I'm ready for that. And I don't even know if it's that engaging. So for now, I'm just gonna try to add more value. Not like this video, this is definitely, I don't know, depends on the dip, but I don't think there's much value here. I don't know, tell me, let me know in the comments if this was helpful or not. Give it a like and subscribe if you haven't. See you next week. Bye.